Hey everybody, it's me. I'm back from my little trip to Switzerland. That was quite interesting. Um, yeah, it was quite interesting. I've learned a lot about travel and how to get on a quick, cheap flight and how to get to the closest airport and how to park your car in the long-term parking or the short-term, long-term parking. Uh, and um, and yeah, and how to go in a country where you don't speak the language. I mean, how eye-opening was that? I haven't had French since high school, and I didn't really speak it then. You just studied it, and you did a little stuff in class. So it was actually kind of intimidating not to be able to speak. But that's not what my video is about. It was fun. I got there, I got back. It was beautiful. There were beautiful things about it, but it did rain every single day, and I don't mean a mist. I mean it rained on my head and my camera. So anyway, that's not what this is about. This is something I wanted to talk about after my last video. I kind of had a little, when that whole thing about trying to find your momentum, my last thing was about finding another mountain to climb and finding momentum in your journey when you're further and further out. Something had struck me on the internet, and I don't know if I'm repeating myself because these notes are all on the same page. It's that there's a famous quote, but this is sort of where it goes. It's like, where I'm going to begin in this new season for myself, a season for many things. I'm almost 4 years out, early November. I have a wedding to go to at home. I'm going back to the States the end of November for about 10 days. I have the winter coming. There are a lot of things that I need to get a good handle on as we move along here in the fall. And so this is what I've come to. Things, how things come your way and you sort of see them and then you get, you pick up stuff. Well, this is what it is. If you can imagine it, you can see it. If you can see it, you can do it. If you do it, you can become it or you can achieve it. And that's my paraphrasing, and it's not very good, I know. But I kind of I've never done a lot of visualization. I know people do that. I'm not quite sure how. I mean, I know how to visualize something. I know how to do guided meditations. I remember when I was pregnant, and there was this guided meditation where you listen to this tape. A tape. This is how long ago my child was born. A tape. And it was like da 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 da. So anyway, you have this music and you're supposed to do the relaxation and breathing. And I picture myself up on a green mound, and then there's this tree, and I go sit underneath the tree. That kind of stuff. Which I'm totally all into that kind of stuff. Okay. So the idea came to me, or I read somewhere, and honestly I couldn't tell you this moment what it is. That every morning, remember last year when I got depressed and I said every day I'm going to get up and write my little thank you list of what I'm grateful for and put it in my jar? That really helped me a lot. This, starting now, I'm going to make a daily 5-minute date with myself every morning. A 5-minute date where I'm going to sit quietly and I'm going to visualize my day ahead. I'm going to visualize all the healthy, proactive, positive thoughts and desires I have for that day. I'm going to go over them in my head. I'm going to see them. I mean, I'm like winging it here, guys. Because a whole day can swing by and maybe you made the wrong choice to eat the wrong thing because you didn't plan ahead or you didn't prepare anything. And in a lot of ways, the more I read about visualization, the more it sounded like a list, my to-do list for the day. And I thought, oh, this is like a to-do list where you have to think of the thing before you write it down to actually do it. The visualization, I think, is going to take it just a little step further. It's going to ingrain it deeper in my mental path, and I mean mental. I'm going to see myself working out. I'm going to see myself. This morning I got up and I could see myself doing body pump, and I could feel the pleasure and the joy and the good vibe, the good feelings and the strength and, that wonderful thing I get from body pump. Okay. I could see my food choices. I could see that I was going to have lentils for breakfast. And I could see that soup in the refrigerator. I'm going to have that soup for lunch. And then for dinner I'm going to have a green salad and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so if you visualize it, there's no quick last minute thing. It's sort of like organized in here, but it's already happened. It's happened here, so it's easier to make the right choice for it to happen in the real-time world. I'm going to get up in the morning, I'm going to see what I'm going to do for the day. I mean, I know what I need to get done, so I might see myself riding my bike and smiling and being happy. And then see all the things you're thinking, oh, if you're getting like you don't want to exercise, or there's something you used to, think about visualization. I mean, there's a lot to be read about it. I haven't read anything much yet. I'm planning on it. Here's some of the things that I knew that it would help me with. I'm struggling a little bit sometimes with wanting something sweet. So I'm going to try to, when a thing for that, in the morning I'm going to try to visualize things like yogurt and fruit. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's almost like a commercial in your head. Oh, those berries look so rich and plump and fat. Oh, they're going to taste so sweet. So that makes me want that rather than that piece of chocolate that's up in the cupboard. And I also decided that when I start to have cravings for really crap sweets instead of nutritionally based something that's a little sweet, I'm just going to take control over that thought. I'm going to go, no chocolate. And then you're going to go, blackberry. All right, I know you think I'm going off the deep end. Okay, so you get it? I mean, I'm going to try to use this thing about sugar and cookies and stuff like that. All right, I'm going to work on that. So in the 5 minutes in the morning, I'm going to kind of schedule my day and think about what's coming ahead. So I'm going to set my success up by planning. And then the old adage, fail to plan is to plan to fail. So again, that's what I usually do. I get up, I think, what I need at the grocery store. I just went and bought a bunch more vegetables because I've been out of town and everything we'd eaten or had gone bad or whatever. So, well, not had gone bad. We ate it before I left. So this fall, what I'm going to try to do for myself is do some of that visualization in the morning to get my day really straight. Besides just being grateful and having a quiet moment, I want to get myself sorted for the day, but I want to use those techniques. I also feel like my next point for myself this fall is to just say no. I'm going to say no to anything that derails my healthy focus, my healthy life focus. That means I can say no to coffees with junk food. I don't have to go and say, oh, I don't want it. Do I want it? Do I not want it? I don't want it. I don't want to go and be exposed to cake and pie and cookies and speak to a bunch of people that I really don't care if I speak to in the first place, quite honestly. I mean, last year when I was desperately lonely, I was grateful to have some place to go to leave the house. I'm kind of past that now. I'm okay. It's all good. I know where I fit in this world over here. I know where I fit in the social workings of this community. I know where I don't fit, and I'm not worried about it anymore. And I'd rather do what's best for me, and what's best for me is to eat the way I like to eat and not do differently. So if I need to say no to a party or no to a, whatever, I'm just going to say no. Because my health and my nutritional choices are more important to me than almost anything else at this point. I want to be sure as I go into year 4 of weight loss after surgery and success that I'm good to go. Yeah, let's see, plan 3 p.m. Oh, I'm also going to plan to deal with the 3 o'clock time frame munchies, wine cocktail hour mentality that I have, and I'm going to be processing that in my visualizations also. Yeah, and that's it. And then I'm going to look into some other, how I've already gone to one end of like things like healthy food and green vegetables and both. I'm going to turn that up a notch too and do some more reading about fermented foods, which is things like refrigerator pickles and sauerkraut, things that you can do. It's really, really good for you. There's a whole bunch of studies about fermented foods are really good for you. I know nothing about kefir. I'm going to research that. Kombucha is a fermented tea that's supposed to be incredibly healthy for you. And I finally broke down and bought some coconut oil. I will tell you right now, I've been using it on my skin and not in my mouth. Although I did brush my teeth with it the other day. Somebody said, I don't know, there's something about that coconut oil stuff. So anyway, I might be cooking with it rather than some other things, but then again, I might not. But that's part of my new approach to things. I also want to stop using artificial sweeteners. That's another thing that I'm really going to apply myself to, is to try to I'd rather just use 1 small spoon of sugar And if that's not good enough, then I'm going to try not to have sugar at all in my coffee. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. I did this the other day and it actually helped me. The only thing I didn't get done yesterday was I didn't do my body pump. But I was exhausted from the trip and getting home and adjusting. But today I did visualize it, and I couldn't wait to do it. And when I did it, I felt like $1,000,000. So that's it. I just wanted to let you know that's going to be my new thrust for getting that forward momentum going. You know, the further out you go, the harder it is to figure out what to do with yourself, because you just start to get sloppy or you're not as focused. And this is just a new technique for me to refocus myself, because I want to be as healthy as possible, and I would like to lose a few pounds before I go home. I would like to tweak my body up, and that's one of the reasons Body Pump is going to take a bigger role in my life. Riding the bicycle I love for my mental health. Body Pump I love for the same and more. That's it. I just wanted to share. I had a lovely spa morning, me, myself, and I cut my cuticles back. I gave myself a little manicure. I painted my toenails. I colored my roots. I cut my hair. I gave myself a facial with my Greek yogurt mask, and yeah, that's it. So I felt like I had a little treat today, but I did it all myself. That's it. I guess I'll let you guys go. Just wanted to catch up with you and let you know where I'm at, and I hope everybody's okay, and I will see you and report on how this new technique is working for me. The more I read about it, I will let you know. And if y'all know anything about visualization stuff, I have to say, I have a hard time with the whole visualize a new house and visualize furniture, and I don't understand all that. I would like my visualization, like if I visualize my saddlebag shrinking, does that mean it's going to shrink? I don't know if that's how it works. But I'm thinking, if I visualize it shrinking, even if it doesn't shrink, I might think that it's shrunk. So anyway, if that's the way visualization works, I'm right there. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.